You got me all excited and worked up that I forgot my measurement. Measure twice, cut once, remember? I'm going to cut that plywood, the length of it, but I got to double check my measurement. I don't want to second guess myself. 73 3/4. Okay? 73 3/4. And that's what I want to cut this plywood now. 73 3/4. And I'm gonna take a couple measurements. 73 3/4. So the little piece I just cut 73. I'm gonna make that 73 3/4. 73 3/4. I'm gonna take my 4x8 sheet. I'm pretty sure you can see all this without me moving this. Yeah, you can. 73 3/4. Double check myself again. 73 3/4. 73 3/4. 73 3/4. And don't kid yourself. Sometimes when you're reading a tape measure upside down, you could get messed up. If it was 73 3/8 or 73 5/8. If it was 73 5/8 and you looked at your tape measure wrong, you might mark 73 3/8 thinking it was 73 5/8 because you were upside down. You see what I mean? 73 3/4 is what it is. And so I'm gonna take my straight edge over here. 73 3/4. And if this piece was crooked at all, this piece that I'm using for the straight edge, I would mark on this which side is straight, which side's crooked, so I make sure to make a straight line. Okay? 73 3/4. And that's how much I'm going to cut off. Okay? Now, have I shown you anything you think you can't do so far? I don't think so. I honestly don't think so. 73 3/4. Okay, and if I wasn't making this video, I would be setting myself up. I would do it exactly, I kid you not, exactly the same way. Okay, I don't do anything different. So now, of course, I've got to take my 2x6 and slide it under there, right? I take my long 2x6. I mean, if I only had that 3/4 inch piece, I'd take the 3/4 inch piece onto there. And then make sure that my blade was only stuck under it. Now, I could use that, right? But I'm going to use the 2x6. Just for the sake of argument. Okay. Make sure. I'm going to look over there. Make sure I don't have this stuck over, because then I might put a saw cut in my 2x6, which I don't want, right? Okay, I'm gonna let the camera roll, and I'm gonna cut that off. And same way, I've got my Skilsaw all set up. Gotta plug it back in. Measure twice, cut once. Remember, last thing you want to do is cut this too short or something, right? So now I'm gonna cut some more here. Cut this in piece now. Cut that off. Of course I got some sawdust on my black the backing of that box spring. I figured that would probably happen. You know, I'll sweep all that off and stuff later. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to cut this off. That's my length, that's my width for the box spring, right? See how I did that? Now, if I needed legs under here, if I didn't have excess 2x6, I could take some excess of the plywood and cut another strip like this, screw them together, have that as a 2x6 little piece underneath there, and use that as my leg. But because I've got these 2x6s, see the 2x6 that I have, let's see how long it is, shall we? Let's see, it might be long enough for some legs underneath. Now you remember 73 3/4. 73 3/4. And I'm gonna have about 10 inches left. I'm gonna go measure just for kicks and see what I have left underneath the bed. 10 inches? 10 inches, 73 3/4. Let's see again. I can put a pencil mark, I'm just gonna measure. That's about 10 1/4. I'm just curious. Okay, be right back. Oh, that's very good. I only need legs that are about 6 3/4 or so. I'm going to measure that exact after a while before I haul this in there. Okay, but I'll be able to use one off of that 2x6 and one off of that 2x6, and I'll have 2 legs. So underneath this whole thing, I'll have 2 different feet that'll hold up the middle, and so we'll be good to go. Okay, all right. You have any idea what my next step is? Hey, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. How do you do a project like this, or any how-to project that you think is going to take you forever? One step at a time. So I'm going to show you the next step next.